Next thing, what I have is star args, and let's have a look at what it is. The special syntax star args is function definitions in Python is used to pass a variable number of arguments to a functions. So there are particular instances where you are not sure the number of parameters which your function might take. Suppose you want to devise a function which calculates a sum, just a simple function, it calculates the sum, and you don't know how many parameters a user can pass. A user can pass two values, a user can pass three values, four values, five values. So you basically have no idea how many values user is going to pass. So in that case, in order to accommodate all those values which user is going to pass, we make use of this star operator. So what it does is when I say star, it indicates that this particular variable, that is argv, this is going to take variable number of arguments, and those arguments will be stored in the form of tuple. So what I do over here is star argv. This is the name of the variable which I want to use, and then I iterate over it using this for loop. So for every argument in this variable, that is arg, I print it. So over here I pass the first value as hello, the next value as welcome, the next value as two, the next value as synergy. I can pass any number of values and it will take up all these values in the form of a tuple. I can actually demonstrate that to you. So what I'll do is I'll print arg, and then also the type. So as you can see, it is a tuple. That is what I wanted to convey. So this will take all these values in the form of a tuple. And over here, we are iterating through each of these values. So we are getting each value at a separate line. So hello, welcome to Synergy is what we get as the output. Now, one more thing that if you want to take variable number of arguments, so that particular parameter should always be the last parameter in the function. You cannot have this at the first place and this at the second place, because what Python does is when you pass the number of parameters, so that will accommodate in this star and then whatever the variable name is. So you want it towards the end because you want to take up all the values given which are given firstly over here to the variable which we want to assign. And then if there are some, for example, parameters left over, you want to accommodate those parameters inside this variable. So what it will do with this, what this call will do is hello will be stored in arg1, and the remaining three parameters which I'm passing will be stored in this particular variable. So the first argument we are storing in some fixed variable which we want to, and the next can store any number of values. So this is what I get is the output. The first line is the first argument, which is the arg1. So we get hello, which is actually the first parameter which we are passing. Then argv will hold all the remaining three in the form of a tuple. So what we do is iterate over them, and then we print all those values in the separate line. So the next argument through is welcome, then we have two, then we have synergy. So I hope this is clear. Now, similar to this thing, we can also pass a number of keyword arguments also. So this was just passing normal arguments, which we have seen. We can also pass keyword arguments and actually number of keyword arguments with the help of star star. So what we do is star star and then the variable name which will accommodate all those keyword arguments. So basically all the keyword arguments which we are going to pass will be stored in the form of a dictionary. So let us have a look at this function myfunc. So this is actually accepting all the keyword arguments. So over here I'm passing three such keyword arguments. The first is the year, that is sy. Then we have the branch, that is const. Then we have the batch, which is a2. So this will get stored in keywords in the form of a dictionary. So let me demonstrate that thing as well. So when I say keywords and the type in this, okay, might be some error with the tab. Yeah, so this works. There was some error with the tabs. I might have used a tab over here and a space over here. Okay, so that's not a problem. So we have taken keyword arguments in the form of a dictionary, and this is what we get. The first is the year keyword. and the value is sy. That is what we have passed. The second is the branch key, and its value is com. The next is the batch key, and its value is a2. The type is dictionary, class dictionary. I iterate over it, key comma value in keyword arguments dot items. So dot items was a dictionary method which was asked. The dictionary methods were asked to you to have a look at. So if you know dot items, what basically this method does is it iterates over all the items which are present in the dictionary. So this item. So these items are basically key comma value. So we get them as tuples. So key comma value in keyword dot items. So yeah, so what we do is mod is equal to mod is. So and what the values which we are going to take are key and the value. So each iteration we are going to print the key over here and the value over here. So this is what we get in separate lines. The first is the year sy branch comp in batch 8. Now, similar to previously, which we have seen, variable number of arguments. Similarly, in keyword arguments also, that should be the last parameter which you are taking, since you want to accommodate all the remaining keyword arguments into this variable only. Don't want this initially, because if you mention this initially, the arg1 variable will stay empty, and that we don't want that to happen. We want this to take some sort of value. So this is the driver code. When I call this function, this particular value high, this will go into arg1 variable, and these remaining keyword argument, the variable number of keyword arguments, will go inside this in the form of a dictionary. We iterate over them and then we print their value. So here sy branch com and batch a2. Okay, so now this is another piece of code where I have another function which takes up three values, arg1, arg2, r3, and I just print these values. So what I do over here is just passing three separate values. It is not necessary that we must have three values which are segregated over there. We can actually have a single tuple, because what finally gets into this is a tuple, right? So we can take this tuple only, and then we mention star args. So args is a tuple which consists of three values, and we want three values over here in the function as well, that is arg1, arg2, and arg3. So we performs with something which is called as tuple unpacking, which we have seen in our previous session. So when we say star and arg, so what it will do is it will unpack this tuple and pass three things as a parameter and not just one tuple. So this will unpack it and pass three parameters, that is sy, com, and a2, and this is what we get as our values in this function. So when I print them, and now in my first call, that is this call, I get arg1 as sy, arg2 as comp, and arg3 as a2. Similarly, I can also pass keyword arguments in the same way. So if I have a dictionary over here, I unpack this dictionary using star star, because that is what we have seen. That is how we pass keyword arguments, right? So star star and then the dictionary. So this will pass a number of keyword arguments to this particular function, and when we print them, we get this as the output. So arg1, as we have passed, is going to be sy, arg2 is going to be com, and arg3 is going to be a2. So this is how it takes up those values.